Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for August 2019. This month, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings. And to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is going to be for your sun, moon, and rising sign. So make sure you watch all three because that'll give you a more cohesive picture of what's going on for you in this mid-month of August 2019. So, all that being said, now starting your mid-month Psychic Tarot update, I'm going to start with Aries. Aries, the first card you have is probably you. You have the Knight of Rods. And the Knight of Rods is a fire sign person. This is either an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. You may feel like in the middle of August there's some things that could be feeling maybe slightly complicated for you. It's a good time for you to haul out all your information and all the facts you have, especially in any situations where there's complications. It could be at work, it could be in a family situation, but there is some element of you feeling like you don't need to let everybody in on what you're doing or up to. It's like, I feel like some of you Aries don't trust some people, or you don't trust some things that are going on right now around you. So it's either people you don't trust or situations going on that you're not trusting. You may find out, some of you Aries, that somebody's been lying to you or deceiving you or taking some things from you or talking about you behind your back. You may become aware of this. And you're going to get really motivated to push forward on your plans and ideas in the middle of the month. You know, we have a full moon in Aquarius on the 15th. That could be an impetus for you wanting to push forward and like make things move forward. And what is it going to be? Is it some plan or situation you have brewing? Or is it a job? Or is it to get pregnant and have a child? Is it to adopt a child? Is it to, you know, get a new job? I don't know what it's going to be, or expand a business that you have, or start a business. But there's something here, Aries, you're going to feel really motivated at the middle of August, and you're going to feel really driven to push forward. I do feel that some of you Aries are going to be seeking counsel and advice from somebody. It could be from a lawyer, a real estate agent, an accountant, a good friend, somebody that's very knowledgeable, or a mentor. But I get like talking to professionals, seeking advice, wanting more knowledge. That's all part and parcel to this. And you have three of Rods next, which is a very good card. This is the card of waiting patiently for success to come to you, or letting go of something so success can come in. Could be at the beginning phases of some successful venture also. You're getting all your ducks in a row. You're getting everything organized. There's something you're getting ready to launch. It could be a new project. It could be a new business. It could even be something about your house. Maybe you're going to redecorate or tear down walls or replace a roof or build a shed or lay concrete in a driveway. I don't know, but it could be in a business sense. But I get you, like, you're getting organized, you're getting prepared, you're getting everything all in a row to move forward here. Some of you Aries are going to get offered a job or some kind of job opportunity. And if it's not a long-term full-time job, it could be something that you could do on the sideline. As a sideline, maybe it's going to be like a consulting job, or I don't know, but I get something, you get some kind of opportunity offered to you here. Some of you really do have and that opportunity could be big advancement in your career. I feel like Aries, like you felt like maybe some things have felt to you like things have held you back or been stuck, or like you were battling, like I get this, like I'm running against the wind, like you may have felt like I'm trying to get ahead here. I'm doing all this work, or I'm doing all this and that, and I'm battling against the wind. Or you may feel like the cosmos and the planets around you have been conspiring to keep you stuck, delay things. This is now all moving forward. And we do have Jupiter moved forward on the 11th of August. So that could be something that's helping you out there. Some of you are going to be talking to higher up personnel, CEOs. If it's not in your company or a business you work for, or higher ups that can help you where you want to go, it could even be like government officials, or like official people and higher ups comes up here. You're going to be talking to them in the middle of August. Or these predictions could even go out a couple of weeks into the end of August and the beginning of September. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Taurus. And the first card you have, Taurus, is the Hermit. And this is spiritual guidance. This is your spirit guides lighting you the way, showing you the way to go, guiding you, protecting you. You could even be the Hermit where you're taking a step back and assessing the land before you proceed forward, but your spirit guides are still going to be guiding you. I feel like there's some kind of intricacies of and details of some situation that some light is being shed on for you. And for some of you, this could be like a work or business project you have going on, and there's a lot of ins and outs and details and this and that, and it's like light is going to be shed on it for you. That's going to help you out. If it's not in a business or work related sense, it could be in a love relationship, or it could be in a family situation. But I get like something's getting illuminated here, and it does have to do with intricacies and details. Some of you may be branching out in something. I hear opening another branch. So it could be a business you own. You could be opening another business branch of your business, or you could work for a company that is opening up another branch, and you're going to be part of what's happening with the company, and this could be one you work for. But opening another branch comes up here. You have to be careful that you don't take too much stock in what other people are going to be flooding and saying to you. Because I feel like you're going to hear like, this one's got this opinions, this one's got that opinions, your friends, your relatives, or like naysayers, or maybe you're watching, mainstream media, and you're getting your information there. I don't know where you're getting where this is coming from. It could be multiple sources, but they're like saying, don't pay too much attention to all these different things you're hearing, or things that are saying to you. Maybe you're calling a lot of psychics and listening to a lot of astrologers and psychics on YouTube, and it's like, maybe it's too much. Maybe you need to not listen to too many, or I don't know, but it could be a bunch of relatives or friends giving you all this advice or opinion. Don't listen to too much of that, because it's going to cause you some kind of confusion. You have the Ace of Cups next. This is new love relationship, or a new igniting to a relationship that you're already in, like a rebirth of love. It can also be universal love. Some of you, there's the germination of some seeds that are planted that are going to start to grow and form into a relationship. And this very likely for some of you is going to be a love relationship. But for some of you, it could be another kind of relationship, like maybe your granddaughter, or maybe you have a new baby granddaughter or a grandson, or you've adopted a child, or you gave birth to a child, or it could be love and romance. But there's seeds being germinated of a relationship that's going to grow. And it seems like those seeds are getting planted now in the middle of August. Those of you that have recently gotten hired, your cup's going to runneth over because you're going to be very successful in that position. You could, because I'm also getting like wealth, abundance, and success, and being successful at what you're doing. So this is also not love. It's also success. And that doesn't usually come up for me with this card. My guides don't usually say that here, but so something you're doing, if it's not a job, it's either a job you're working in or something you're doing that's got your creativity, your brand of uniqueness and ideas on it, or any promotions you've recently gotten. There's success coming here. You've got success. You may feel like, oh, look, all of a sudden I'm doing really well, and look at all these people that want to talk to me. Like, where were you when I was like down in the dumps, or scraping for my last dime, or feeling blue and lonely and lost, or having this trouble or that trouble? When you're successful, yeah, be prepared. There's going to be a bunch of people that are going to show up out of the woodwork like, hey, Taurus, how you been? You looking good? Yeah, let's hang out. You're going to be like, yeah, funny how that's going to work. I'm not saying that it was intentional, but it's going to, I see you going, where have these people been? And all of a sudden I'm doing really well and they're popping up all over the place. So you could be receiving love from those around you that do like you and have known you, or family or friends. I'm not saying, but it's going to seem like your success seems to like bring it out. So I hope those messages were of help to you, Taurus. Now on to the sign of Gemini. Gemini, the first card you have is Nine of Pentacles. And Nine of Pentacles is being at peace and contentment with your life and having financial stability and abundance behind you. And I as I was talking, my guides were talking in my head saying, you're going to have... you've got like a lot of successful things that are happening here. This is coming up with a lot of success for people here. First Aries, then Taurus. Now you got it too, Gemini. Don't be surprised if at your job somebody puts you in a power position. Or maybe you're just going to feel more power, like you have more power at your business or the job where you work. But I get like a more powerful position. I feel like Geminis are going to go through a spell now where they're reassessing their values. Could be like material values versus, like spiritual world versus the material world. Those kind of values. Some of you are going to go be sizing up the competition in some manner. If you enter any kind of competition for anything, I feel you're going to be successful and win. So if you're fighting for a job and competing among other people, you'll be successful. If it's a love relationship and there's somebody you're interested in and there's other people interested in them as well, you're going to be the one that's going to like be lucky here in love. Some of you are going to seal some kind of deal on a like business arrangement or something that could have documents, paperwork. It could be at a job you already work at. This could be something new that's coming up. It's a general reading, Gemini, so I can't really tell what exactly this is, but it could be selling a home, buying a home, renting a place, purchasing a home, and then you're going to rent it out. But I get sealing the deal, signing documents, that comes up here. I do feel that some of you Geminis are going to have a new romance. For some of you that are single, that's going to kick up and it's going to be hot and heavy. But that could happen anytime between now and March. It may not happen in August. It could. Or it could take till mid-March for it to happen. Or it could happen anytime between now and March. So you might want to listen to that again. Not to be confusing. But timing is going to be different for all of you Geminis. So you have the Three of Cups next, and the Three of Cups is, to me, it's friends, parties, gatherings, celebrations. It could be three sisters, three females, three friends. This could be attending a party, throwing a party, It could be a celebratory conclusion to something that's been going on in your life. There is a gathering I feel that you're going to attend. And I don't know, for some of you, there could be a lot of people there. For some of you, no. It's just going to be like smaller, but it doesn't matter. These three. So this is actually signifying two things to me. It's signifying the party you're going to go to, but it also is signifying three females linked together, either in friendship or siblings or something that will be there. You could be one of the three females in the card. It's possible. You know, be careful. Don't let people kind of try to make you a scapegoat or put too much, like, how do I say this? Too much responsibility on you. Be careful. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. Your family could be doing it. Your coworkers could be doing it. Your boss could be doing it. Your significant other could be doing it. But like, don't be a scapegoat. Don't be the fall guy. Careful of being the fall guy. Don't be a scapegoat. Don't let people hang too many things on you, like say, well, it's going to be Gemini's responsibility. Well, Gemini's going to take care of it. Well, you can take care of that, right, Gemini? We're going to let you do all the work. Or, yeah, okay, Gemini, you can do this, but, you know, you have to do X, Y, and Z to satisfy this. Like, don't let that, because I get some people, it could be at a job, again, it could be family. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but I definitely am picking up the energy, like people wanting to ditch too much work and make you do it. People that want to, you know, or blame you for stuff. But it's more like, I feel like they're trying to weasel out of work, or, you know, they figure, oh, well, you know, that's too hard. I don't feel like doing it. Gemini will do it. Gemini always says, yeah, Gemini will do it. Don't be so willing to go, oh, yeah, okay. Don't be so amenable. I don't want to sound negative, but, you know, I feel like you're getting taken, you have the potential here to get taken advantage of, and this may have happened before. I don't feel like this is the first time this has happened. So it could have something to do with this gathering or the people at the gathering. Let's put it that way. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Cancer, the first card you have in the reading is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is the card of the apprentice. This is mastering your craft. It's also attention and focus to detail on work. It's learning a new craft. It's learning a new skill. It's starting a new business. It's starting a new job. And gaining financial gain from the work you're doing. It could also be that, because 8 is a number that attracts money to you. Yeah, I really, really, really do feel Cancers are going to be keeping themselves very, very, very busy. And if you're not doing it mid-August, it could happen a little later in August and go into September, because I'm hearing work, 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 work. That's what they're saying. Now, if you're a non-working Cancer and you're retired, or you just don't have a job right now, I don't care where you are. It could be in your home. You could be refinishing. I see some Cancers stripping hardwood floors and refinishing them. I'm seeing wallpaper getting peeled down and paint going up, or new sheetrock or spackling. So even if it's not working at a job of paperwork or answering phones and on the computer, you could be doing home work, like work in and to your home. I'm also seeing a pool. So it could be like maybe you're putting a pool in, or you're taking an above ground pool down. Actually, I'm seeing an in-ground pool, and I'm seeing somebody do something. I don't know if it's cleaning the pool, like draining it, cleaning it. I don't know. Maybe the filter had a problem and there's mold or something in there. I don't know. But work, 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 work comes up with Cancer. Don't be surprised if somebody tries to tell you to stop what you're doing and wants you to shift gears and do something else. And this could be at a job you work for. Your boss may say, hey, yo, Cancer, like, we think what you're doing is good and, you know, good work, but we want you to stop that project or that type of work you're doing or these job duties, and now we want you over here and we want you doing this. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a promotion. I'm not getting a promotion feeling. I just get like, okay, Cancer, great job, but now on to something else. We don't want you to keep doing that. That's the way it's coming up. Some of you working Cancers are going to hear that there's some scuttlebutt of some people that are going to leave the business that you're working for. They're either going to get fired or they're intending to quit. And there could be, if you're in an official capacity or if it's with a government job, there could be some, I'm getting like, could be changes to do with like within the structure that's making it happen. I don't know if that made sense. You have to think about that. Okay, so the next card you have here is the Three of Rods. And the Three of Rods is success. This is waiting patiently for success to come in. It's letting go of something so success can come to you. So here you have work, money, and now you have success. This can also be the beginning of a successful business venture or venture of some sort. Some of you are going to be looking for a new job and you're going to see some job you're interested in and you're going to try to apply for it. And if you get offered that job, you're going to take it. That comes up here. Well, that's come up a few times. So a lot of things with jobs, work, success, keeps coming up here. Some of you are going to say, I got to talk to people in the know because I do want some kind of advancement. So if you're not a Cancer that's thinking of leaving your job and going off and getting another job, which I see you do, many of you doing, you will be talking to higher ups either in the place where you work or if there's another division. You may say, I'd like to be moved to a different location, or I'd like advancement here. That's what I get. If you have any scenario in your life where you're asked to display your talents are really going to shine through. You could be in a play. You could make some kind of presentation of some work that you've done. That also comes up. Maybe you make films and you're going to present your film in a showing somewhere, or you're on stage, or you're going to sing, or you create art, and you're going to have a gallery showing, or your work is going to be displayed somewhere, or you're going to have an audition and you're going to dance or sing. But I get like displaying your talents is also coming up here from this card. It could even be at your job. You could just be really, really super good at your job and really talented in what you do, and that's going to be shining through. Maybe you're on YouTube and you're starting a YouTube channel and your talents are going to shine through. So you have to see how it applies to you because, as I always say, it's a general reading. And that's why you need to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because then you're going to get a cohesive picture of the components of what's going on with you. Seriously, some months you could listen to your sun sign and go, that didn't make any sense to me at all. People write me of this in comments and emails, and they're like, wow, I went and listened to my rising sign and everything you said to me made sense there. So sometimes it really does. Your messages are coming from different spots. This all has to do with astrology, even though I am not an astrologer. This is the guides around me. They understand astrology. And they're the reason that this matches up. I have friends that follow astrology more and understand it more than I do. I follow it, but I don't understand it fully. And they'll tell me, oh my God, what you said here or there, the astrologer, this astrologer was saying that, or that astrologer said, and I'm like, wow, my guides are just plugged into this astrology thing, even though I'm reading it as a psychic. So that's all I can tell you. And that's the way it rolls here with the Lucky Mermaid on Facebook. So, I mean, on YouTube. See, I messed that up, but I'm on Facebook too, so you got to follow me over there. So, I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Leo. And the first card you have, Leo, is the Hermit. And you know, Taurus had this too. So if you have a rising sign or moon sign that's Taurus, you're getting the Hermit twice. So the Hermit is spiritual guidance, your spirit guides lighting the way, showing you the way to go. This could also be you. You could be the Hermit taking a step back, getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward, but your spirit guides are still going to be guiding you no matter what. You've done all the work, Leo. You've put in all the time. You've put in all the effort. You've really been doing it. Could be for the last 6 months, could be for many years, but you've been doing it, putting in all the hard work and all the time. It's like now I feel Leos are getting a great reward at the end of this tunnel of all this hard work and effort for months or years that you've been putting in. Your world is going to become brighter because I actually feel Leos are on the precipice of some kind of new beginning. And if it has to do with money and you're negotiating terms, hold out for more money because you're going to get it. And I do feel some Leos have offers coming at them to like, hey, will you do this? Do you want to come over here and do this? And hey, would you like to do that? They could be jobs. They could be gigs. I don't know what else to call it. I keep calling it a gig. That sounds like music. Maybe it's not music gig, but hold out for the most money, my guides are saying. Like, hold out for the best money deal. Some of you Leos are going to have somebody that's going to take you around under their wing or linked arms with you and is going to show you around. And for some of you, I feel like this is an agent saying, hey, look at Leo. This is my client. Here, let Leo show you what they can do. If it's not an agent, it could be a headhunter for a job. If it's not that, it could be like a love that's like has you on their arm and they're real proud of you and they want to take you around and show you off to their friends and family, because I'm totally getting the energy of somebody linking to you and is like promoting you. Now, are they promoting you in your business, your talents, your work? I feel that's what comes up first. Secondly, it would be showing you off to friends and family because it's love. First, the work and business opportunities. Secondly, it would be love. So the next card you have here is the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles to me is weighing your options, seeking balance, deciding between two things, having to make a decision or a choice. You could be wishy-washy though. You might be like, I don't know. What do I do? What do we do? That's possible. Yeah. I go back, that goes along with what I said in the Hermit card. I hear you're getting an opportunity to shine. So which showcase are you going to pick? Maybe you're going to be on TV. Am I going to be on the Today Show or am I going to be on Entertainment Tonight? Am I going to be on this soap opera or that soap opera? Am I going to be on, this YouTube channel, or am I going to put my platform somewhere else? I don't know what you're weighing here, but it's to do with your talents and success. That's how it comes up. You're making a new connection. A new connection comes in for you, Leo, very strongly to me. And this, for many of you, this is, I'm going to say it again, don't be mad, but when I get it more than once, I have to say it. It's like, it could be a new agent, a new PR person, or it's a new love. It's one of those three. I really feel like that. I don't really feel like this is some other thing. That's not how it's coming up. Some of you may take all your knowledge and information and compile it together and put it in a book. It could be an ebook. It could be a book about your life. It could be an instructional how-to book from your knowledge of what you've gained about your career and your experience over life. It could be a book like, you know what, I got crapped on by 1 million people. They screwed me over and took advantage of me, and I succeeded, and look what I did. And you may be giving relationship advice. I don't know what you're doing, but you're compiling knowledge, experience, and things. Oh, I got chills everywhere. You have somebody deceased that showed up here for you, Leo, and they show up for you Leos and Virgos, a lot of times the deceased relatives like to show up for you, and I got chills everywhere. All my hairs are standing up on my arms. So this is right for you, what I'm saying. This spirit here that's talking to me is telling me to tell you, Leo, you think too much. Like, it's almost like it's really time to act. Like, you've done all the thinking already. You've pondered it over and over. Now it's like the thinking time is over or coming up soon. And now is the time to make some bold moves and some actions. But only you're going to know what areas that's in. Is it a new career, a new venture, your talents, or is it a love relationship? Oh, my dog, Maxie Boy, is snoring really, really loud. And I always say that's the spirits working through Maxie when he snores like that. He's in the other room. That was pretty loud. So I hope those messages were help to you, Leo. Please listen to this again because I've got a lot of energy flowing through me in this reading, and some readings are much stronger for me than others. I think there's been a shift in the planetary alignments. I'm an Aquarius. This full moon in Aquarius may be amping me up. Jupiter going forward. Mercury's going forward now. I don't know what's doing it, but I really am feeling your reading. And all the signs, but yours is like, pay attention, Leo. I don't usually get this excited. Mark this day. I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Virgo. And the first card you have here, Virgo, is the Hierophant or Hierophant, however you want to say it. And this to me is God showing up and giving you a blessing or a cautionary warning. Or some people could say it's a high priest or a high pope. I always say it's God. This could also be an indication of higher education or higher learning. I feel training, lessons, learning here, but only you're going to know, Virgo. Are you getting it? Are you getting the training, learning, and lessons, or are you giving it? Or is it both? Both things could be happening here. There's some things my guides are saying you need to give a chance. Don't be too quick to write something off and say no. If it's a deal that comes at you, don't be too quick to go, nah, not doing it. If it's a love partner and you're single and you're like, they're not really my type. They're a little too pudgy, or they don't, they're not funny enough for me, or they're not quirky enough, or don't be too quick to write them off. Whatever it is, don't be too quick to write it off. Next year is a big year for you. 2020, wow. Like, I feel like 2020 is something changing for you. Big things. I know this is an August reading, mid-month reading, but I'm getting like 2020 is a big year for you. Some of you could even have some partners that could come in and want to do business with you, like in a partnership situation. You might consider it. Some of you are also going to be getting out of some tired thing. Something you're tired of that feels worn out and tired to you. Is it a love relationship you're in? Is it the home you're living in, your living space? Is it a career? Because it could be any one of those, or it could be a job you're just tired of, but like something that feels tired and worn out to you. You're like over it. It's time to move on. But my guides are saying, I wouldn't make that move right now. They do want you to wait to do that. Because they're acting like August is too complicated of a month, even though it's a positive month. But they're saying there's too much pushing and shoving and too many things that are like shifting around. I feel like they mean planetary. Honestly, I do. But they act like there's too many things shifting around and shifting and changing and pushing and pulling each other. It's not the time to leave whatever the tired situation is for you, that you're like over, like you're done with it. It's too tired. You're tired of it, or it's worn out. So, I got to move on to the next card. I could keep blathering on here today for some reason. You've got the Hangman next. And the Hanged Man is being in limbo, not moving forward, not moving backward, being in a state of suspended animation, and having to draw strongly from your own psychic ability and intuition when this comes up. And they kind of indicated, like, maybe you should be in limbo right now. Like, don't make some big move at the moment. I get all this energy, Virgo, like too many things are weighing heavy on your mind right now, and maybe even going into September. If you get asked to do anything at a speaking engagement, you're going to make a lasting impression. If you get up, whether it's at your job or it's a one-time thing or wherever, or if it's somebody interviews you on YouTube or on TV or the radio or whatever, what you getting up and speaking, it could be you could be invited to speak at a club, a group, an organization. You're going to make some kind of lasting impression if you do that. I do feel like some of you may feel like someone is sucking the life out of you or draining your energy. Someone. Or it could be a situation. And if you've had to take care of like somebody that's ill, or you have some people in your family that are like, they've got issues and they've got too many problems, and then you're having to deal with it. It could be your kids, it could be your spouse. I feel like there's somebody that's draining you too here. Ride it out, because I feel the month for you is in December, changes many things. That's what my guides are saying. The month of December could even for some of you happen in October or possibly November. I see October or December more strongly, but I really feel ride this stuff out, because December changes many things. And like I told you, I'm sticking by it. I feel that next year is a big year for Virgo. I do. I see all this bright light shining in on your life. And you are going to have to get over these things, that get done with these things that are tired and dragging you down. But August isn't the month to do it. So I hope those messages made sense to you. I hope they were of some help. And now on to the sign of Libra. And the first card you have here, Libra, is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is ruminating, going within, overanalyzing, pulling at straws, worriment, going round and round and round in your mind about stuff, considering many things, worriment. You could be thinking about the past. You could miss an opportunity that's coming to you out of the clouds or out of the blue or from God or the universe. So pay attention, because you've got some blessing that could be coming here to you. Some of you may feel like, I've put all my eggs in one basket, and was that a good idea to do? I do feel that some of you Libras really don't want to feel like you're held back anymore. That sentiment has come up for some of the other signs. So I get like, you may have felt like things weren't going to your liking, or that you were being held back in some way, and you don't want that to keep happening. You're going to have a lot of changes. I feel even for you, it's going to be like, not like marked differences even in your personality. You may, like, I don't know, maybe you went on a diet, and the diet, like you gave up certain foods or certain things, and it's actually changed your personality. Or some things have gone on in your life and you're like, it's altered you. Doesn't mean in a bad way. It could be in a positive way. I'm just saying, I get change in personality comes up here. Could be physical changes as well. Some of you may have some decisions on your plate that you've been mulling over, but I feel like you may be kind of concerned and worried, like you don't want to rock the boat of your life, of your living situation, or your career, or your love life. I don't know where it's coming from, but I see you like feeling like, I don't want to rock the boat. And you may feel, Libra, like I go out on a limb for people time after time after time. And you may be kind of a little fed up with that. And you may feel like, I don't see people going out on a limb for me, but I'm always going out on a limb for other people. Maybe you're not mad about it, but I do see you like really going out on a limb here and there for other people. Some of you want some kind of closure or ending, and it may be with a relationship. The next card you have here is the Seven of Swords. This is somebody lying to you or deceiving you or stealing from you. But this particular deck, it can mean other things. We have to see what the guides say. I feel like you've been burdened by something. And it's time to, I'm hearing the guides say, release the hounds and be free. Like you need to, like dogs in a pen. Roof, 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 roof. They're all barking like for the hunt. Time to release the hounds. You need to let these dogs out. And these dogs that are barking to me are like burdens. Like you've been carrying too much worriment or burdens. And it's time to release this. Some of you may feel like you have gotten taunted, bullied, and goaded. Like goaded into doing things or manipulated. But I also get taunted and bullied. And this could be within your family unit, but it could also be in work situations. You know, I read people psychically for a living, privately too. And I got to say, it's surprising how many adults bully adults. Doesn't just happen to kids. Happens at people's workplaces all the time. I hear it all the time. I get the words a lockdown. Either you need to have a lockdown on something, because I do feel like somebody's been taking something from you. Now, listen to me. It could be in a couple of ways. It could be taking your time, energy, and taking advantage of you, what you're willing to do for work or help people out or money that you're generous and give. It could be like taking advantage. But for some of you, I feel there has been some taking going on. Somebody has been taking something from you. Now, this could be information you're doing at work and you're logging in on the computer and you have a coworker or somebody that's going in, they've hacked into it and they take that information out and they're using it. Could be your client lists, could be information you've gathered. But this could also be money from accounts. Be careful that you don't have somebody or money out of your purse. You could have a kid taking money out of your purse. You could have a spouse taking money out of some accounts that you're not paying attention to. But it could also be, like I said, taking advantage of you as well. So yours was a little tricky for me. So like I said in the beginning of the video, and I've said it in some of the other signs, this is why you need to watch your rising sign and your moon sign. I do get emails and comments where people say, or even watch the sign if you're on the cusp of either Virgo and Libra or Libra and Scorpio. If you're on the cusp of either of those signs, watch the cusp sign. Because I've had emails with people telling me that. I never listened to this. I'm on the cusp. And one day I was like, well, these aren't making sense to me. And then they go listen to their cusp sign and they're like, wow, everything you're saying there made sense. Or I listened to my rising sign and everything there was making sense. Or sometimes I do get the emails where like, well, some of what you said in my rising sign made dead on sense. Some of what you said in my sun sign made sense. And some of what you said in my moon sign was making sense. It's not going to be exactly the same every month you listen to these readings. So if this was not clear to you, watch your rising sign or your moon sign or your cusp sign. So I hope those messages were of help to you, Libra. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. Some of you Scorpios are going to be re-educating or retraining yourself in some way. Before I even show you the card, I had to get that out so I didn't forget it. You have the Death card. This is transformation, something ending so something new can begin. Vital and important information is going to come down the pike to you. I feel for some of you, this is going to take the form of documents and in either paper documents or paperwork is how it feels like it's coming to you. It could have to do with this, but I get some of you it may bring some kind of a revival to you of a career that was lost or that you were done with before or you retired from. There could be a revival here of some career, but or your career could just be like, you know, pooping along and you're like, man, this isn't going very good. And this important information that comes down the pike for you gives your career some kind of revival, because I'm getting career revival here comes up. I do feel Scorpios are going to be looking really fantastic, and I feel that some of you Scorpios are going to be spending some money on like new clothes. You might even get like a whole new wardrobe. You may even buy like a new car to sport around in your, drive around sporting out your new wardrobe. It's also a time of transformation, of ending, of feeling lonely or lost, and emerging. Or if you haven't felt lonely or lost, if you've been sequestering yourself away, like keeping to yourself, not socializing too much, or keeping your nose to the grindstone and working, and not really getting out there mingling with other people, it's time for that to transform in August and going forward, even through August through the end of November, because I get August, September, October, November, especially during that time frame. I feel like you've learned some lessons about the cost of things and the value of things, and some lessons about money. But not everything that has value and the value of things is money related. So you have to think about that. But I'm getting like that's been some karmic lesson you've recently learned over the past 4, 5, 6 months. So the next card you have is probably you, Scorpio, because it's the Queen of Cups, and this is a water sign person. This is either a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It may not be you. This could be some other water sign person you are dealing with. Some of you are going to get into channeling spirits, and writing down information. You could start automatic writing from the spirits. Maybe you're taking metaphysical classes or psychic development, and this is starting to come out, or you've bought books or watched videos on it, and now you yourself are going to start channeling. But I get channeling and writing down information. Some of you are going to see somebody that you haven't seen in a very long time, or haven't seen for a while, and this is going to ignite something in you. It could be passion. You could be connecting with somebody you knew a long time ago, a high school friend or love, or somebody you worked with years ago, and you reconnect on Facebook, and then it reignites something, and a love relationship could happen. It could be somebody you were connected to before in a relationship, and they could come back in, and it reignites something in you, and you could have an affair. Or the reigniting could be just the connection you make with this person from the past reignites something in you, like your creativity, your artistic sense, your psychic ability. I don't know. Like, what is it reigniting in you, Scorpio? Only you will know, because it is a general reading, and this is why I always tell the signs, which I just said in Libra, that you need to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to get like a really full picture here, because it may explain it more. I feel like you're throwing a lot of things out too. You could be clearing out a barn, a garage, a basement. You could be clearing out somebody else's estate. You could be purchasing a house that you're going to clear out, and then you're going to flip it and redo it. But I see you throwing things in a dumpster. I also see you taking things possibly in a truck, like a pickup truck, to a dump, or just it could be symbolic that you're getting rid of a lot of things. And I feel it's like, but to me, I am seeing, my guides are showing me, you literally, it could be even ripping down wood beams that are rotted, or if it's not personal of items, it could be structural things, old sheetrock, rotting wood. You could be tearing down a barn, a garage. But I feel like you have to clear some things out. Some things have to go. Maybe it's a fire hazard, or you have to meet up to code, or you're settling an estate. Or it's just like, you purchased a property and you're like, this is a really cool property, but there's a lot of old, I'm also seeing out in the yard, I'm seeing things that look like old, like, it's like stuff that American pickers would look at, like old wheels and I don't know. I'm seeing it in tall grass. So you have to see how that makes sense for you. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now onto the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you could be going the distance with somebody or traveling with somebody back and forth from somewhere. Now I'm saying that so I don't forget it, but that's what my guide said right away. And here you have the Fool. And this is going on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations. But you have to be, I'm sorry, I'm coughing my head off right here. So I don't know, I don't want to sound messed up when I'm doing your reading, but I can't get rid of it. But you have to be careful not to have on rose-colored glasses because you could fall off the cliff. So you have to be grounded and have your wits about you. Yeah, I'm getting like visitation. You're going back and forth. You're traveling. This could be, you know, going to see your love at a distance. This could be commuting or traveling because it's new work, or you have to, I don't know, but I get like this traveling back and forth. It could be a new job that's inciting this to happen. Some of you have a promise of engagement and marriage coming up here. And if you don't get this in August, this could happen in September, October. I feel like you're going to be looking your best and feeling your best, or you're going to be driven to do that. I feel like you're going to make a very strong connection with somebody, and I feel like they're very intelligent. Now, for some of you, this is about love. But you may be making this connection with them in some other way initially. They could be a teacher, an instructor to you, a doctor you're going to see, a therapist, a spiritual advisor, a psychic, an astrologer, a lawyer. I don't know, but they're very intelligent. You're going to them, you make a strong connection, and then I feel love relationship comes after that. Like a friendship and love relationship happen. And ultimately, I feel like marriage comes up. But you may have already met this person. And if you've already met them, then it's getting more serious and you're going to get engaged and get married, or the relationship is going up to the next level now, or you're meeting them now or in September, and then the rest of what I said is going to happen after that, because timing is going to be different for you when this comes up. But remember what I said right at the beginning. You're traveling back and forth. There's distance here. And I felt like my first initial feeling my guides gave me was that this was you going to see a love. So I'm going to tell you right now, this person I don't feel lives right where you live. It doesn't mean they're a million miles away. They may be a half an hour away. They may be 20 minutes away. They may be 2 hours away. But there is some kind of traveling connected with this and going back and forth. Now, the next card you have could be the person. You have the King of Cups. And this is a water sign person, either a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could also be you, Sagittarius, if you have a rising or moon sign that is a water sign. Yeah, I get intellectual type. You're going to be talking to them. And there's something healing about them. They may be a healer. Maybe they're a Reiki master, or like I said, they could be a doctor or a therapist. But there is something healing here about the King of Cups. Almost like I feel like he's magic. Like he may be like an alchemist. He could make, or he could create things that are like amazing. Maybe he's a glass blower, or or he creates some like magical paintings or sculptures, or I don't know what. But there's something magical about this King of Cups. So if you're single, this could be somebody that's really going to turn into something for you. And even if you're coupled and you're not really happy about your relationship, it's shaky, you could meet this person through something you're doing and then end up falling for them. That is also possible here. They're like witty, that you're going to have witty banter, witty repartee. Listen to the seagulls. Did you hear that? They're totally agreeing with me, the seagulls. You think I'm crazy, but animals do respond. Spirit works through animals all the time. They're also good at getting to the bottom of things and rooting out secrets, or getting to the down to the root of things and bringing things to the surface, whether it's secrets or medical conditions or spiritual matters, or maybe they're a lawyer and they're good at, like, maybe they're a forensic attorney, or they're an accountant and they're really good at, like, getting in there to the stuff, like, you know, like, oh, here's some stuff that was, you didn't know you could write off. I mean, I don't know, but they're magical in some way. They're good at getting to the root of the of problems. They're good at unearthing things and bringing things to light, bringing things to the surface. All is around this King of Cups. I get you're going to be talking to them a lot. You're going to be doing things with them. Now, if you're really happily coupled, then you're just going to be involved with them through what they can train you, teach you, show you, or be, work together with, if it's not love. But I'm going to tell you, for many, many, many of you Sagittarians, I don't care how it starts out, it can turn to love. It's very strong here. So, hope those messages were of help to you. Now, on to the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, you're putting things together like a puzzle, and it's something to do with, like, enhancing or with your finances. Putting things together like a puzzle with your finances. I didn't want to forget what my guide said, so I said it first. Here is the Six of Pentacles. This is giving generously and freely to others. It's receiving generosity and charity from others. It could be the balance of give and take. It can also mean financial success. If you've been overworked and underpaid, you're going to get a big fat raise. That's what I feel. When is this raise coming in for you? I feel it could happen anytime between now and January, or now or January. Those months come up here. Some of you may have some stipulations that are presented to you with this raise or with this money coming to you, that it is going to require you to do a little bit more work. Doesn't mean a lot more, doesn't mean you're going to feel like, I don't want to do it. It could just be like there's more duties or responsibilities that get put on you to do with this money. If you've had any difficulties with your money, you're going to be speaking with a financial advisor or somebody that can help you straighten out your finances and get you on the right track. If you had to talk to somebody about debt relief programs, or you were having financial difficulty, or were afraid you had to file bankruptcy, I feel you're going to be talking to people about that are going to help you get your money on track. If you've already been doing well with your money and your finances just you'd like to see how you could invest and make more money, you may be talking to a financial planner, an advisor, or a stockbroker that's going to say, hey, you should get involved in Bitcoin, or don't get involved in Bitcoin. You need to invest in diversify your accounts and buy some property and collect some rent on it, and you can have a write-off and make some money and da-da-da-da-da. Like, I don't know what they're going to tell you, but this is like getting your finances organized, getting advice about your finances, and if you've had financial trouble, it's resurrecting and fixing your finances and putting it together in a puzzle that's all going to fit together and not be scattered like pieces all over the table. Some of you Capricorns are going to be linked up with someone that's going to be helping you make more money. Again, like I was saying, it could be a financial planner or advisor, but this could also be if you want to get into a partnership with someone to start a business, or you could even be getting linked up with them in a romance, and they could be well off financially, and this is going to help your finances. So all those things came up about that. Now, oh, wow, look, I didn't even see what card was here. There you go. This could be the one that's doing it. This is Two of Cups, and this is two people that is fate, destiny, meant to be, intertwined, soulmates, twin flames. It could be a strong soul connection with somebody. Doesn't have to be love. Sometimes, usually it is. Some of you could have an ongoing struggle or battle with someone in your life about how to settle some kind of financial dispute or difficulty, or way to invest your money or purchase that you want to make. You could be going round and round with your partner about it, some of you. I feel like you're talking to a person that you're like, we have to fortify our finances. We need to build them up. We need to either join your finances together, fortify your finances, build the financial picture of your life together, give it more strength. You may even be talking with, if you're married or in a relationship that's serious, like a marriage, like talk about moving. You could be talking about expanding your property to make it bigger, renovating it or expanding it, or feeling like, things need to shift and change here. We should move. That also comes up here. You could open up a trust fund. You could be putting out all your money on the table. You could be honest with your partner, like, look, here's my financial picture. This is what I make here. And they could be doing that with you, because I also get finances coming out on the table. So let's say you've been with somebody, but you're not married, and they're going to tell you the whole story about their financial picture now. If you've been like, I wonder how much they make. I wonder how much they have in savings. I wonder... and you could be doing the same. So you could be really laying out your financial picture, your financial life to each other. So you have to see how that plays out, Capricorn. Make sure you watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because you're going to get more of a picture. There's going to be messages for you in there. I can guarantee it. When I did the eclipse effects, new beginnings and endings eclipse effects for July 2019 eclipses, I just did those readings. I can tell you every time I did the readings, I'm like, man, the rising sign needs to watch this. Yeah, the rising sign also needs to watch this. And I'm getting that vibe here too. For some reason, it's really kicking up. Like, really, I'm not saying don't watch your moon sign. That's about your emotions and your emotional life. But I keep getting like, signs really need to be paying attention right now in August to what is being said in their rising sign. And you don't even have to just go by what I'm saying here. That goes for when you're listening to astrologers that are and other readers on YouTube. I'm not saying just me. You really need to watch your rising sign in all ways this month. So I hope those readings were of help, that those messages were of help to you, Capricorn. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. And the first card you have, Aquarius, is the Ten of Rods. And the Ten of Rods is moving on to new and better horizons with 10 rods of burden on your shoulder. These 10 rods of burden are actually going to help you, because it's knowledge and experience that you've already gained that are going to help you as you move on to new and better horizons. However, you may feel overburdened. I'm hearing for you, might is right. It's time for you to take knowledge and things that you worked on and stuff that you've been doing and put it together, or you need to do something with it. I don't know, write a book, make a video, write blogs. I don't know. It's time for you to do something with stuff that you have made, or you know how to do, or your services or your products or whatever. It's time for you to do something with it. I feel like you're going to start to see some situations around you change, and some doors that you didn't see before are going to start opening for you. I also see you saying, I'm going to put all the things that were unhealthy for me from my past out of my life. Whether it's people, old emotions, stuff. It can be many things, but whatever, food, different ways of eating, whatever, you're putting things that are unhealthy for you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, or physically out of your life, because you're moving forward and doors are opening here. That doors that you didn't see before. They weren't like sitting there closed. You just didn't even see them. Doors are showing up and they're opening. It's really time for you to pay attention, take care, and use good judgment. This is not the time for you to be willy-nilly, silly, and flying off the handle and going this way, that way, and the other, and scattering and trying all different things. This is time for, like, solid planning, solid thinking, strategizing. Because I see you're going to be taking some things on, but you have to have the strength and the fortitude to be able to do it. So these doors that are opening for you, Aquarius, they're going to bring in more jobs, more work, more responsibility, more things you have to do, more burdens in some way, but they're going to be beneficial burdens. But you have to have the strength to do it. So to have the strength to do it, you got to get rid of all that crap I just said. People that aren't healthy for you, ways of eating that's not healthy for you, or you know, all that stuff that's cluttering your life. It's time to get it out. So next card you have is Seven of Rods. And Seven of Rods is you taking the moral high ground. It's you shutting the door on negative energy, negative communications, negative energy coming at you. You're either shutting the door on it or you're keeping it at bay, keeping it at a distance. It's like Aquarius, you're finally seeing the forest for the trees now. Those trees that were blocking all the way, it's like the Ents. You watch Lord of the Rings, and in book 2, the Ents. Well, the Ents are moving out of the way now. Now you can see the mountains and the streams and rivers in front of you that you couldn't see before. You're having an awakening, Aquarius. An awakening, a spiritual enlightenment, and an awakening is coming here. The universe is going, ha ha ha, Aquarius. Saturn's coming your way soon, and full moon is in Aquarius, and you know, this is your full moon of the year, and we're sprinkling some little, I'm seeing like the dust from, you know, Tinkerbell when she flies, that like the dust that flies, that's what's getting sprinkled on you. The universe is doing it, or your guides are doing it, however you want to look at it. You may start to talk to people about improving your abilities, your talents, something you're working on. See, my dog Max just snorted there. That's an indication of truth to me. He always snorts at the right moment. You know, and if you go through a spell with all of this I'm bringing up here that makes you feel betwixt and befuddled, don't worry, Aquarius, because it's going to calm down. So don't let yourself be like jarred and rattled by anything new that pops up, or more responsibilities or things that you have to do, or don't be like, let it bollocks you. Just like meditate, breathe, calm down, because it's going to be all right. And part of your problem, Aquarius, you second guess yourself too much. You do. I don't care what you do. You could be a famous pianist. You could be a world-class swimmer. You could be a theoretical physicist. I don't care what you do, you second guess yourself too much. So quit doing that, Aquarius. It's not going to help you, because it's like the Ents are moving out of the way, and you're going to start seeing things that are going to start rolling towards you that the universe has been promising you for a while. It's coming now. I've got the chills. Somebody deceased is here for you, Aquarius. Somebody else came in for Leo. You got somebody here for you. Let me see what they say. I'm hearing my guides, whoever is saying this to me, if this is a deceased spirit, they're saying, you're right in what I'm saying. They're saying, you're right. And they're saying, Aquarius, you're going to be bowled over by what's getting ready to be rolling at you. You know what I see for you, Aquarius? You know, they're giving me the chills again. You know the boulder in the Indiana Jones movie that comes rolling? That's what I see rolling at you. But you don't want to jump out of the way. This is a good boulder, not a boulder you want to run away from. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Pisces. Pisces, you're going to feel like people haven't been honest with you. That's what my guide said right away. You have Seven of Swords. This is somebody lying to you or deceiving you. This could be somebody stealing from you also in some way. Could be your intellectual property or material property, but it could be lies and deceptions. I hear you, Pisces, thinking, if I hear one more thing that I can't accept or buy into or put my faith in or believe in, I'm done. Like, I feel like you're kind of fed up with someone. It really feels like a person, but it could be multiple people. And I get the energy like, it's time to stop this crap. Like, you're going to be like, that's it. I'm not putting up with listening to this anymore. Some of you, I don't like saying negative things, Pisces, but it's almost like somebody's been working around you behind the scenes, kind of like undermining you. This could be in your family. It could be friends doing it. But for a lot of you, this could be people at work that are like, you know, we want Pisces' job, or we want Pisces to quit, or we don't want Pisces around. So we're going to start undermining. Did you hear what Pisces did? Did you see what Pisces didn't do? I feel like there's some of that going on for some of you, not all of you. And I'm telling you right now, Pisces, if you feel in mid-August and going into September that somebody challenges you, challenges your word, challenges your work, challenges your worth, worth, any of those challenges, you're going to stand up against them. You're going to let them have it. Both barrels, blasting them. I don't mean that. I know everybody doesn't. I don't mean gun-wise. I mean verbally. You're going to be like, that's it. You're not going to do that to me. You're not going to say that to me. I'm not putting up with it. I've had it with you, blah, 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 blah. That's what I get. It's time to show them what you're made of. What do they always think you're a pushover, Pisces? Is that it? That you're always going to be amenable and swim like the fish and go with the flow? Well, you're not going to do that anymore with people lying to you, deceiving you, talking about you behind your back, nefarious crap, BSing you, telling you, like, man, if you hear one thing over and over and over again, like, here I'm going to tell you, people that tell you half truths and half lies, too, they throw some truth in, but the rest of it's BS. You're not going to have that anymore either. However, look at the card that you have with it. You have Temperance. This is patience. This is also can be like alchemy, God working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. Could be a guardian angel to you as well. Yeah, you see what you want. You're going to go for something you want. And I do feel that you're going to get it. I feel like you've got a lot of practicality here, and you're going to put your knowledge and expertise to good use. And you're going to show the world and people what you're made of. And like, you're tired of this childish crap, childish stuff. You don't want to put up with like childish behavior of other people, or like if it's fun and games, like childish stuff. You're getting serious in a lot of ways, even about your career, your knowledge, what you want to do, what you want, how your work is going, or your business. That all applies in here as well. Some of you Pisces have a phenomenal opportunity that's going to come your way and grace your life around the time of your birthday. Especially you March-born Pisces. I shouldn't even say especially you March-born Pisces. Let me rephrase that. Any Pisces, it's coming up around the time of your birthday, but I specifically see the month of March in my head. Some true path or some true goal or some true wish or dream, you're really going to be headed towards it strongly at that time. Doesn't mean you're not doing things about it now, but this is where it really starts to like roll forward strongly. You may even end up getting involved in clubs, groups, or organizations of some sort, or groups of people that will be in a position to further your career or further your life or advance you. So if there's any clubs or organizations that you're like, wow, that really sounds like if I did that club or group or joined in that organization, I might do networking and make some connections that could help my career, or I could learn some really interesting skills and get some interesting, cool things that could happen here, and I'm going to take it and do it. And then it's going to end up, or it's going to accelerate or advance something. Sorry, my phone was ringing, so I had to pause right there so it didn't keep ringing while I was talking. My landline, not my cell phone. That you're going to get involved in it, and it's going to help you out. It's going to give you connections, or it's going to teach you skills, or it's going to take some things further. So don't be hesitant to join any clubs, groups, organizations, groups. I don't know. You have to see how that applies to you. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. I want to thank you, as always. Thank you so much for watching. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. If you would like to get the special videos I recorded for the middle of this month that I put on Vimeo, this month, which I did last year at the eclipses, and I think I did maybe even the year before, I've recorded beginnings and endings, psychic tarot and crystal readings for the effects of the July eclipses for each sign of the zodiac. That link is below this video. If you click on it, it will take you to those videos on Vimeo for download and purchase. And you can access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see all the video series. I have over 1,400 videos now on Vimeo available for download and purchase. Think of all the predictions and messages over there you might be interested in seeing. And as I tell you on YouTube, same thing applies on Vimeo. Stuff I said a year ago could be happening to you now, and things I'm saying now might take a year to happen. That's the nature of psychic predictions. Timing is not going to be the same for all of you, because these are general readings and you don't all have the same birth charts. So you might want to check out videos from the past as well. And if you're interested in getting my psychic crystal readings that I do for each sign of the zodiac for download and purchase for the month of August 2019, that link is also below this video. And you could get these on my website also by going to the heading, the psychic crystal readings for August 2019, click on your sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. And if you want to see and hear more predictions and messages from my spirit guides through me that you're not going to see here on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media at my Facebook pages for The Lucky Mermaid LLC and the Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, and also on Instagram at @TheLuckyMermaid_Pam Georgel. I use the tarot cards, I use oracle cards, I use the crystal, I post the predictions there that my spirit guides give, and very often they're not for just that day. These predictions sometimes are like for months out, few weeks out, a week or two. It's different, going to be different timing on those predictions. So you might want to check those out as well. Also, please be sure to watch the episodes of The Psychic Pastry Chef on my YouTube channel here, Pamela Georgel, where I make cakes, desserts, and pastries that you can make at home and impress your family and friends. And I give you psychic predictions for each sign of the zodiac while I'm making, baking, and decorating these desserts. I give you the recipe, I tell you the ingredients of what the measurements are. I show you how to make it and put it together and give you the psychic predictions while doing so. I was a pastry chef for 22 years. I've had my own pastry shops. I've worked in many catering businesses, bakeries, pastry shops, hotels, casinos. So I have a lot of baking and pastry experience. And, you know, if you love watching baking and pastry, even if you don't like making it, you might find it interesting to watch and hear what the psychic predictions are. So I hope you'll check that out as well. So I hope you have an absolutely brilliant rest of your month of August, all the signs of the zodiac. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.